This is Jennifer Hernandez. Hi. Today we are going to talk about the asset portion of the pre-approval. So I really wanted to identify a couple of pitfalls or things that we look for, and that way you can be prepared. As you know, when you're pre-approved, sometimes it takes people 3, 4, 5 months in order to obtain the house. So we want to give you some tips to just keep your paperwork really clean so that there's less headache later on, because believe me, we do not like to ask you for stuff as much as you don't like to give it. So here's the deal. We have to show a 2-month average balance of your bank account. So the way we do that is we get 2-month statements. We need all pages. We need to see all deposits, all debits, everything. We are looking for large unsourced deposits. I'll give you a couple of examples. Cash, a personal check from Joe Bob who loaned you you loaned $1,500 and he's paying you back, or vice versa. Maybe he's loaning you money. There are also entities other than your pay stub. Anything that's not your payroll that's more than 1% of your average payroll deposit. So if your payroll deposit's $2,400, anything over $240 needs to be sourced. I know that sounds really nitpicky. However, let me tell you what we're looking for. We are looking for loans that you are required to repay that we don't know about. How do we know that you didn't go get a cash advance from a credit card, that you don't have a new credit card? Okay, so that kind of stuff can happen and it doesn't show up on your credit report yet as an inquiry because you just did it yesterday. So you get the credit card, it's approved, it's not on your credit, so we don't know about it. You get a $2,000 cash advance and you put it in your account. Borrowed money from someone other than a relative, you can borrow money from a relative, cannot be used for closing. You can borrow money from, I said, a relative, a gift. You can borrow from your 401k, or you can borrow from an investment account that's collateralized by that asset. So you might have a big investment account and you can borrow from that. But other than that, loans, money from Joe Bob or an unsecured line of credit, a credit card advance, those things are not acceptable. So that's why we look at your 2-month statements. We're going to ask you to source all the deposits that we can't tell what they are. And then if it's from another bank account, we need those bank account statements. So keeping everything really, really clean is important, because I know that you guys don't want to dig for a bunch of stuff. The other thing is we also look for payments. We look at debits in your account. And if on 2 months of statements we see that you pay Capital One twice in a row, but Capital One is not on your credit report, we are going to ask questions. We are going to want to verify with Capital One, do you have a debt? What is it? Maybe they just don't report to the Bureau, or maybe it's so new that they don't report to the Bureau. So we do look at things like that, guys. So really just a couple of advice. If you get cash while you're in the process of looking for a house, don't deposit it. Just use it for groceries, pay your electric bill at Target, Walmart, get the money order, whatever. And just keep it out of your bank account, okay? And also be prepared that if you have anything other than payroll deposits, we are going to ask. So you might want to just go to your online bank account statement and get a copy of the check for us ahead of time, because we're going to ask for it. I hope this answers some of your questions. If you have any other questions about assets, just call me or email me directly. Talk to you soon.